Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu Bindu. We have been hearing under Sindhu Bindu the drop of the ocean. We have been hearing that drop of the ocean. That and so far we heard about the anarthas. I will be. Let's proceed further. Okay, so Maharaj is saying that we have spoken so much on anarthas. Let's proceed further. And in between, the Tithi of Rupa Goswami also came. Shri Baldev Purnima Tithi also came. We heard about these special Tithis. Now we will hear about Shraddha, Sadhusang, Bhajan, Kriya, Anarth, Nivritti. After Anarth Nivritti, what happens? If you all remember, we started from Anya Abhilashita Shunyam Gyan Karmadya Anavritam. With the favorable emotions, one can serve Sri Krishna. That is called bhakti, and that should not be covered. That bhakti should not be covered with any kind of gyan and karma. So remember, please remember. Otherwise, it will happen that we will be hearing further, but we'll forget what we heard so far. So we have to remember what we heard earlier, like how we used to. In Hindi, is called aage dod, piche chhod. Means you are running further, but you are forgetting the earlier lessons, previous lessons. So keep on revising your previous lectures. After Anarth Nivritti, like how we get a very sound sleep. So one person, he is facing lots of anarthas, he's struggling with them. So he should not think that when my all anarth nivritti will be over, only then I will advance in bhakti. Unless until you have this body, this lust, anger, greed, lust, anger, envy, greed, they will not end, they will not leave you. But simultaneously anarth nivritti will keep on going, and simultaneously the limbs of bhakti, we will keep advancing, keep developing, keep performing the limbs of bhakti. This happens parallelly. Both anarth nivritti and bhakti, they go together. Nashtaparayeshu. Abhadra means bad things which are not good. Abhadra, anarth. Nashtapray. Pray means almost. Nashtprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavatam seva. In We should serve Bhagavatam eternally. This what we are hearing, Sindhu Bindu. This is also like serving Shrimad Bhagavatam. All the books of our six Goswamis, they are all are under the Anugatya of Shrimad Bhagavatam. So we should not think that these are separate books from Shrimad Bhagavatam. We are every day serving Shrimad Bhagavatam. We are every day serving Srimad Bhagavatam. So the next level in bhajan will be ruchi, means we get the lobh, lalsa, greed. One person, the sadhak, gets some nishtha. After anarth nivritti comes the stage of nishtha. Nishtha means vikshep prahit. Regarding bhajan, one has continuous spontaneous endeavor. The level of nishtha, the stage of nishtha, in this the shraddha, faith becomes more condensed. Bhajan kriya becomes more condensed. Sadhu sang we become more greedy for sadhu sang. This is the level of nishtha. Here, vikshep rahib, without any obstacles, without any obstacles. um, like so many obstacles now will be removed, cleared off from our way. Not all, not completely, but most of them. Most of the obstacles would be removed from the path of our bhakti without any major obstacles, and continuously. Nirantar. Nirantar means, you know how we pour oil from one bottle to another bottle, so that oil flows in a flow. That's called dhar in Hindi. The flow of the oil, that dhara will take you towards Radha Rani. Dhara and Radha. Dhara and Radha. This kind of ekagrata is called nishtha. This kind of um, continuous bhakti is called nishtha. Gurudev used to say, in this life, if we at least come to the stage of nishtha, then this life, present life, current life, will be successful, sarthak, successful. Even it's not so easy to come to the stage of nishtha for a sadhak. Very few can reach to this level of nishtha. Otherwise, in next birth, not in this birth, if not in this birth, this level, these levels are not going to end. They, there is no destruction. The more we get, the more it's ours, and the more, and whatever we don't get, that all we have to get, try to get in next birth. But because of this, we should not become lazy. Okay, I'll see in next birth, why I should bother right now in this life? The more we delay from our side, the more the process will be delayed for us. This is up to us. It's not depending on others or someone else. It's up to me. So we have to fight. Jhulasna padega. We have to fight with our anarthas. We have to fight with whose anarthas? We all, each one of us has to fight with our personal anarthas. Unless until we don't really face them, and we don't really, uh, cross that stage of fighting, facing our anarthas, we can't go to the next level of nishtha. So while performing sadhan, if because of our previous births anarthas, if we have any obstacles, if we get any obstacles or obstacles in bhakti, then don't do high high. Do hari hari, not high high, but hari hari. That's the time not to do high high, but to chant hari hari. Obstacles will come, and we should pray, like, yes Krishna, send me obstacles. They should come. To we will become detoxified. We will become purified. Let the obstacles come. Face your obstacles. Don't deny them. And the more you deny them, the more you have to face them in your next birth. Let them come and face them, and keep on crossing. How you will cross to the next stage? Who will help us cross? पार करेंगे नैया रे भजो कृष्ण कन्हैया. So you might have heard this bhajan. Par means crossing. Naya means the boat of our this life. Who is help me to cross? Who will help me? Krishna will help me. Where I wanted to go, I sat in the boat, and Krishna is helping me to cross the Krishna is helping me to cross my boat. Where is Krishna going to take me in my boat? In that boat, yes, to one place. Which was that place? जहाँ विराजे राधा रानी, अलबेली सरकार, कन्हैया ले चल पार, सावरिया ले चल परनी पार. Hey Krishna, by your mercy, I will be able to from this shore to the other shore. Means from Anarth Nivriti, from the net of Anarth Nivriti, you can save my boat and take me to the other side of the shore. And the other side is the lotus feet of Shrimati Radharani. For this, Krishna will help us. I am sitting in my boat. We are sitting in our boats, and Krishna is the boatman. Kevat. Kevat means boatman. Maharaj is singing the same bhajan actually. I do not know the lyrics. That boat is Harinam, and the boatman of that boat, Kevat, is Sri Krishna. But he has come in which form? He has come in the form of a Sri Guru. And the ocean is Anath Nivriti. The ocean is of Anath Nivriti. From there, Krishna is going to help us to cross and take us to where? To to Prem. He will no. No, Sham Sundar. I don't want to get Prem. So should I take you back to the ocean? No, no, wait, listen to me completely, Krishna. Sneh, Man, Pranay, Rag, Anurag. I want to reach to that far stage. Tat tat bhav ichha mai. You, you remember this line? Tat tat bhav ichha mai. Shri Rupa Manjari, under the guidance of Shri Rupa Manjari ji, under the instructions, guidance of Lalita Sakhi, Apana Gan Madhye Amara Gani. Narottam Thakur ji is saying this. Kim Kari Karya Rakho. Bhaktivinoda Thakur ji, sorry. Make me a maid servant. And which maid servant? Not the special one. Pale Dasi, maid servant. We are paltu. Like we have a pet dog. The pet dog will not ask for anything. When the master will serve the dog, only then the dog will eat. And he would, move its tail around the master. So Pale Dasi, Paltu Dasi, of whom Shrimati Radharani. पाले दासी कोरी ललिता सुंदरी हमारे लिया कबे श्री राधिका पदे कबे मिलाई वो आज्ञा सेवा समर्पिबे. This bhajan is come Vishbhanupure janam लीवो जावट विवाह हावे ब्रज गोपी भाव होइबे स्वभाव और भाव ना रहिबे. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is teaching us in this bhajan, Pale Dasi. We want to become the Pale Dasi we want to become the pet servant, pet Dasi of Shrimati Radharani. We will have no demands. When she would call us, we would move our tail and we would come near us. We will sit at her door. She would put some bread, some food, and we would just honor that and feel our life is successful. As if she is giving us one service, one piece of her service. Go and make a garland for me. Radharani is saying like this, go and make a garland for me. Giving one drop of some grain, like to her pet maid servant. And yes, we will be married. We will be married. You will think, no, I will stay alone all my life. I will never get married. I will stay alone all my life. I will never get married. Oh, I got married. Someone can think I got married. Yes, so you all have to get married. Which marriage we are talking about here? Not this marriage which you all are married right now. Not this kind of marriage. This, from this marriage you all have to come out. And those who have come out of this marriage, or those who are not trapped in this kind of marriage, you all are very fortunate. Do not get trapped in this kind of marriage. If once, not first, this is not our first marriage. Those who have got married, good enough for you. But those who have come out of this marriage, then it's more good. You have come out of the trap of Maya. Now again, don't go back to that ocean of problems. And we got one lesson from this, one lesson. From that lesson, we have to proceed further. Very soon, the life will just end so soon. We will not even realize when our life ended. And those who don't want to get married or do not want to get married, he or she, it's very good. Don't get married. Stay like this. But one day you all have to get married. Where? In India? In America? In Europe? No. वृषभानुपुरे जन्म लइबो जावट विवाहे. Javert. The marriage will be in Javert. Or let's go. Let's go right now. Let me get married in Javert. You and me are both are same age. Let's. Someone can think like this. I'm not talking about you. Okay, let me get married in Javert. No, not this material marriage. Not the marriage of this world. You will be married to some Gopa. Gop, cowherd boy in Javert. And then what will happen? Then you will get married to a Gopa in Javert, and you will leave your husband, and you will go out to meet Krishna. Braj Gopi bhav rahi be se bhav an koi bhavna rahi be. That is the bhav of Braj Gopis. I will accept. We have to do vanchana of our husbands to meet Krishna. To meet Krishna. 30, 40 years you might be right now. We have reached midway. Now more what is remaining, just keep it, save it. But still, everyone, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying this. This is our sopan, our dream. This is Vastu Siddhi. If we become like this will be called Vastu Siddhi. This is beyond Sarup Siddhi. First comes Sarup Siddhi, then comes Vastu Siddhi. This is where we will become a Pale Dasi, pet maid servant of Radharani, and we will get the supreme service of Shrimati Radharani. But first, we need to cross the ocean of Anarth Nivriti. It's a vast ocean. Sarubram, Asat, Trishna, Aparadh, Hriday Dorbalyam. And these names are so big, right? Hriday Dorbalyam. And when Nishtha comes, what a relief. When Nishtha comes, what a relief. We will feel peace, right? So when we get Nishtha, the stage of Nishtha, then the next level is called Ruchi. Now in Bhajan, we will start developing some taste. Before this, we had no taste. Very honest. Very honest. Very sadhan. There's no taste before this Ruchi. Then why do we do it? Why do we perform sadhan? Rupa Goswami says, if you have jaundice, the disease of jaundice, which shlok is that from Deshamrit? This is the verse from Deshamrit. Syat Krishna Nam is from Deshamrit, this verse. Those who are diseased with jaundice, and the doctor will tell you to eat mishri, sweet candy, sugar candy. But when you eat sugar candy, you will feel that it's very bitter. This is about jaundice. You know, jaundice, even sugar candy is very bitter, not sweet at all. So we will, we want to even throw away that sugar candy when we are diseased with jaundice. So I say, Bakasur also opened such a big mouth, like this. It's a big face of Bakasur. He has a cane. It's a cane demon. But Krishna is so sweet. Aduram Maduram. Vadanam Maduram. Hasitam Maduram. Krishna. Chalitam Maduram. He walks so beautifully. Maduradipate. Krishna is so sweet, so Maduram. But Bakasur, he has no taste. He has jaundice, the disease of jaundice. He's dizzy. So even sadhakas, when we do Krishna Nam, we have no taste for Krishna Nam. So what we should do? Should we stop chanting? No, don't stop chanting. Do not stop chanting. Keep on chanting. Keep on eating the sugar candy. Keep on chanting Harinam, Harinam, Harinam. One day you will, just by having sugar candy daily, that the person who has jaundice will start feeling the sweetness of the sugar candy. Similarly, when we keep on chanting Harinam, one day we will start getting some taste in Harinam. So our present stage is of sadhan. It has no taste for us. We have no taste in sadhan. Sometimes we have taste, but again it stops for us. Then we have, then we don't have. Then we have, then we don't have. It's very uncertain. Very uncertain. It's uncertain. Srila Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says, while chanting Harinam, it's possible, quite possible, we can get some negative thoughts in our mind. So that time, should we stop chanting Harinam because my mind is getting polluted right now? I'm getting thinking bad thoughts right now. So should I stop chanting? So in our mind, we feel, guilty, glani, guilty. Am I really serving the holy name? I'm serving the holy name, but these bad thoughts are coming in my mind. So I should stop chanting. Prabhupada says, no, 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 no. Keep on chanting the holy name. Even though you're getting bad thoughts in your mind, negative thoughts, still keep on chanting. Do not stop chanting. Only this name will remove those negative thoughts from your mind and purify your mind. But never stop Harinam, Nam Seva. It should be Nirantar, continuous. So if during sadhan process, we have no taste, we have no ruchi. From the level of ruchi, we start getting some taste in Harinam and sadhan. From the stage of ruchi. So that's why that word is taste. Ruchi means taste. But ruchi towards whom? One is bhajan. Other side is bhajaniya vastu. Bhajaniya means Sri Radha Krishna. And bhajan means the sadhan. Bhajan is also known as sadhan. So we should have ruchi towards whom? At this level, we will have taste towards bhajan, not bhajaniya vastu. Both have both. If you have both of them on the scale, the priority is given to the bhajan. We will have lots of taste in chanting Harinam, taking association of sadhus, to fast on Ekadashi, reading a Granth, serving the deities of Thakurji. This this happens when we start getting taste, ruchi, and with taste we can understand that anath nivriti, parai, abradeshu. Now it has stopped. Anath nivriti. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakurji says, 1 second. The description of Anath Nivriti is, it has levels. It's a beautiful science which Rupa Goswami has given us, told us. Bhakti is a science. Bhajan is a science. 50%. $1 has 50 cents, so like 50%. Anartha Nivriti, then 75%. Uh, I'm getting confused here actually. Um, When we cross 100%, then whatever is hidden, some hidden dust is there in our heart, which is not which is not so, some hidden dust will be there in our heart. And so first 50%, then 75%, then 100%, 100%, and then cent percent, beyond 100%. Anath Nivriti gone, beyond 100%. So towards bhajan, towards harinam, towards sadhan, towards parikrama, towards sadhu sang, we, we will start getting some taste. Radha Krishna will come later on. First, first we will start getting ruchi, taste for their service of Radha Krishna. Then what will happen? Nishtha and Asakti. The difference between Nishtha and Asakti is Nishtha is out of intelligence. Even if you don't, your mind is not willing, but out of intelligence you are doing bhajan. After ruchi, the next level is asakti, attachment. Asakti means attachment. So then ruchi, asakti. What's the difference between ruchi and asakti? Nishtha we crossed. Nishtha is crossed, and we okay. So we have not actually crossed nishtha, but it's just when we come to the next stage of asakti, the ruchi becomes more condensed. It's in parallel actually. So what's the difference between nishtha and asakti? Taste and attachment. Nishtha is out of intelligence. You have to use your intelligence for at nishtha. Mind is willing or not willing. Even this still happens at the stage of, as a sadhak, in the sadhan stage, many devotees ask, I chant mantra, but I don't feel like, my mind is not connected because anarthas are not finished yet. So mind will be disturbed while chanting. At the stage of nishtha and ruchi, also mind is not willing to do bhajan. By with intelligence, we have to drag our mind to do bhajan at the stage of ruchi. But when the stage of asakti comes, which is attachment, that stage that stage has natural, spontaneous, our mind will naturally, swatata, towards Krishna and towards bhajan will be attached automatically at the stage of asakti, attachment. This is the difference between ruchi and asakti. Ruchi is out of intelligence. At the stage of ruchi, we still have to drag our mind using our intelligence. Oh, my mind, come here, come here, and slap your mind. Where are you going? Come here. Don't slap you on your face. It's just for your mind. Someone is chanting Harinam and then they're slapping on their face. Not like this. Are you mad? No, no. I was slapping my mind. Not like this. Not in this way. With your emotions and feelings, you have to control your mind. Oh, you come here. Where were you going? Oh, my mind. Where are you going? You have to sit and chant. Where were you going? No, I was going on that towards, whoa, whoa, ice cream, Starbucks. I was going there. Oh, you come here. But you are, why you want to go to Starbucks? She's giving a nice example. Offer to Thakurji. Okay, you want to eat ice cream? Yes, I wanted to eat ice cream. That's why the mind was going to Starbucks. Okay, you have bucks to buy the ice cream? Yes, I have bucks. Okay, go and buy. Then what will happen? Place a tulsi leaf and offer to Thakurji. Offer as a bhoga. Then it will meant if I offer Thakurji. Okay, you keep for Thakurji in front of Thakurji for 2 minutes, and then it becomes prasad. तार मदई जीवाती लोभमय सुधरमती ताके चेता कति न संसारे कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय कोरी बोरे जीव जय सप्रसाद आनंद दिलो भाई आनंद दिलो भाई आइसक्रीम दिलो भाई just one example this was just an example first you have to do sashan on your mind why are you going to towards that side you first sit properly and chant harinam okay okay you go then we become some lenient with our mind and then we with our mind only we offer to Thakurji and we ate ice cream. This is with our intelligence we dragged our mind back on that track. I will tell you a story of a devotee. The Guru mantra which we chant, Guru Gayatri, Gaur Gayatri, Krishna mantra, Kam Gayatri. That devotee took a vow. He took a vow that when I do my mantra japa, at least at that time, during that time, I will be very concentrated on those mantras. I will concentrate properly on those mantras. If my mind gets distracted, for example, I was doing Guru Mantra, chanting 10 times, we have to chant Guru Mantra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. When sixth, I came to sixth time, then my mind went to where? Shopping, to shop, to buy something. Albertine. And when the mind went there, he took the vow that I will restart again my mantras. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he came to eighth, not 10th. Again, at 10th, eighth mantra, eighth, his mind went to I should eat Raj Kachori. It's an Indian snack. Again, he started his Guru mantra from one. So doing like this, how long he has to sit? Who has so much time? So it took his time and he has to do other tasks as well. This is called sashan, controlling your mind with sashan. Control your mind, chastise your mind. So next day, very carefully he chanted the mantras. Since from the beginning he took a long breath. Take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and sit properly. And then you concentrate with your mind. Chant your mantras, and then you have to do harinam as well. You have to hear sindhu bindu also, you have to hear bhagavatam also, you have to offer bhoga also, and you have to do your work also. So all day you can't do guru mantra, Guru Gayatri. Since morning you are just doing guru mantra, then when will you do gaur mantra? In the evening you will do your gaur mantra. Krishna mantra you will do at 8 p.m. in the evening. All day you will be absorbed in mantras. Not like this. Not like this. So this level of ruchi, but when as this is the level of ruchi, but when asakti comes, when attachment comes, then your mind automatically will be engaged. You do not have to use your intelligence. So the dadvi buddhi yogam bhagavad gita shlok, Krishna says I give buddhi yog. You have intelligence. Krishna, I have intelligence, then what are you giving me? But you are saying I'll give you buddhi yog. You have given me intelligence, but I will activate your intelligence. I will activate your buddhi yog. Then this will be asakti. Then after asakti comes which level? It's such a beautiful sopan. Means dreaming. Okay, I reached there. I reached there. I reached here. It looks like really I have come to the stage of asakti. but the stage of love is so close, prem, so nearby, so close to, because I reached to the stage of asakti. Then after asakti comes bhav or rati. Bhav is also known as rati. Ruchi, asakti, bhav. Then one attains bhav. This is just plan, outline. The details of bhav are given in Madhure Kandavani. It's a vast ocean. One is Atlantic, one is Pacific. It's a different section. These are just small points. Bhav. And then after bhav comes a prem. Prem manifest. It appears. The heart of the sadhak, in the heart of the sadhak, prem, Krishna prem appears. This is the sequence. This is the kram. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Katha ki jai. We got prems, and why do we need this granth? Why do we need to read this granth? I will ask question, Manish. Okay, Maharaj is asking question to Manish Prabhuji. If you get prem, would you like to hear Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu? Yes or no? Yes. Maharaj is asking, if you get prem, then would you like to hear Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu? Jai Shri Didi. In this moment, if you attain Krishna prem, would you still like to hear Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu? Yes or no? Maharaj is asking. Maharaj is asking, just say yes or no. Like nod your. Maharaj is saying, say if you. Okay, Maharaj is asking me now. Yes, yes, Maharaj. Yes, yes, Maharaj. Yes. Maharaj is saying you still have no peace in your life. You got pain, still you want to hear Bhakti Rasami Sindhu Bindu. Why Maharaj is asking this again and again? Narottam Das Thakur has taught us this actually in the life of Narottam Das Thakur. As a child, he attained prem, when he was so small, when he was just a child. But still, when he became an adult and he got Diksha, he went to Jiva Goswami and he again read all the scriptures under the guidance of Jiva Goswami. This Granth, which we are hearing like right now, Sindhu Bindu, this Granth, do not think that I learned it, so let it be. It's fine, I learned it, that's all. Then it won't be the right attitude. We have learned something from this Granth, then it's gone, it's over, it's finished. Not like that. These Shastras are not just to learn something from them. These Shastras are to attain something, to get something from them, and then to accept them. Accept the Shastras, accept the teachings, instructions from these Shastras. You, Narottam Das Thakur taught us from his life. When he was so small as a child, he went to Padmavati river, Padma river, some one river. He attained Krishna Prem. Again, he came to Braj, and near Jiva Goswami, under his guidance, he learned all the Shastras, and then he started preaching. He read and he preached, and he could taste it. How can you leave this taste? After attaining Prem, the taste, the lasa, the greed enhances more after attaining prem. It's not just, okay, Maharaj is giving example now. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu attained Krishna prem. This is the wrong point. Now that he attained Prem, he is Prem Avatar. He is the embodiment of Krishna Prem. For Mahaprabhu, this is not the question whether he attained Prem or not, because he is Namo Mahavadanyaya. Krishna Prema Pradhaya. He came to give Krishna Prem. So the one who has come to give Prem, how much he would have with him? For all the living entities, demigods, animals, birds, humans, he's giving this to all. So he has the ocean of prem within himself, which is never going to end, which is never going to end. But that Mahaprabhu ji, does he has the need to read shastras? Why he has to read shastras? Is it important for Mahaprabhu to read scriptures after relishing Krishna prem? Yes or no? So she said yes, Taruni Mataji. Mahaprabhu used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. Mahaprabhu went to South India at the banks of Godavari. He went to Rai Ramananji and he discussed. He heard. He went to Rai Ramanan to hear Ras Vichar from Rai Ramananji. What was the need for Mahaprabhu? Why he had to go to there? He is Prem Avatar. What you have to do with the books, with these scriptures, with these granthas? Mahaprabhu went to South India, Dakshin Bharat, South India. Krishna Karnamrit and Brahm Samhita. These two books Mahaprabhu collected from there and he got along with him, and now then he relished these two books, Krishna Karnamrit and Brahm Samhita. And in these books, what is there? Brahm Samhita and Krishna Karnamrit. What these two books have? The opulence of Krishna and the sweetness of Krishna. The details of both of them. Who is Mahaprabhu? He is Swam Krishna. He is Swam Krishna. Not different from Krishna. But the mood is of Radharani. So absorbed in Radha Bhav, and Radharani is speaking about the opulence and sweetness of Krishna. Hearing, speaking, that is very pleasurable for Mahaprabhu. In the mood of Radharani, he's absorbed in the mood of Radharani, and he's hearing the sweetness and opulence of Krishna. So at the banks of Godavari River in South India, someday we all will go together. There was such a nice dialogue between these two. The book is Sri Rai Ramanan Samvad. That means the dialogue between Sri Rai Ramanan and Srimad Mahaprabhu. So this conversation took place at the banks of Godavari. So Mahaprabhu said, Rai Ramanan Rai, speak up. So Rai Ramanan Rai gradually gave different levels, but Mahaprabhu rejected all those levels. Eho Bajje, this is external. Speak further. Speak more. Come to next level. And Rai Ramanand Rai speaks about different levels, Varnashram Dharam, and then he came to Sar Dharmam Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Mahaprabhu says external, hatao. Speak further. This is also external. Speak further. Aage kaho aar. Tell me something more. And then Rai Raman Rai, he spoke about so many details, Ras Vichar. Someday we will, maybe after this Granth, we can discuss that Granth. So these two are like, when we go to a sweet shop and there are 200 kinds of sweets in that shop. Like in India, we go to a sweet shop and it feels like, today which one should I eat? This one, that one, this one, that one. Oh no, that one. Because there's so many varieties. There's so many varieties in that sweet shop. we, every sweet which we look at, we feel like having it. Rasmalai, gulab jamun, rasgulla, jalebi, ghevar. How can I leave ghevar? So these granths are like this. Sindhu Bindu we are reading, it has a different taste. And in between, Rai Ramanan Samvad also came. Okay, we want to read that as well. Madhuri Kandamani, how can we leave Madhuri Kandamani? We should read that as well. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that we must take. How can we leave that sweetness? Then Ujjwal Money, come on. Is this any point? That we have must read. Ujjwal Money. So which book can we spare? Can we leave? Can we reject? It looks like I want to read all of them. It feels like I want to read all of these books. This is Aswadan. To hear these books, to read these books, and to speak these books. One time, if you get, even if you get once a taste to read and speak about these books, then you will become greedy. You will become greedy. In the beginning, at least once, if you get some taste to read these books, then your mind will be like, I just want to keep on, diving in this ocean. I want to read so much. This too much. If you have all these books right now in front of you, the ones I just took names, and you will be like, let me open it. Have faith in my words. Maharaj is saying like this. This happens, it will happen with you. So you have these books, five books in front of you. Sindhu Bindu, Ujjwal Mani, Kiran, Bhakti Samrit Sindhu, Madhuri Kadamni, Radaman Samvad. So these five, six books in front of you, place them. And you're reading Sindhu Bindu. While reading Sindhu Bindu, in between, it will come, okay, at the stage of Bhav, this happens. Okay, you will open Madhuri Kandamani. What is written in that book about Bhav? Okay, okay, like this. You will start reading Madhuri Kadamani, and Sindhu Bindu is there in between, and we came to Madhuri Kadamani. So Mahaprabhu was really relishing this. Mahaprabhu was relishing Rairaman Samvad. Okay, okay, this point, okay, that point. And then Madhuri Kadamani will be there, and you will come to Rairaman Samvad, and yeah, you will be confused. Which one should I finish reading? This or that, this or that, this or that. And this has been happening with us from last 2 years. Brihad Bhagavatamritam we started, then Bhajya Rahasya came, and then we do. So we feel like reading all of them. So even reaching at the stage of prem, the taste to read these granthas, scriptures, it doesn't go away. Our Gurudev, our all acharyas, Guru Varga, Prabhupada ji, Bhaktivinoda Thakur ji, they all wrote these books. And after writing, did they leave? No. After writing, it's more relishing. Gurudev is relishing even at the stage of prem. Sakshat Mahaprabhu, who is giving prem, he came to read these books from Rai Ramanand Rai, from Gadadhar Pandit. And while listening, Mahaprabhu is just listening, and he's saying, Aage kaho aar, speak further, speak further, speak further. And when Rai Ramanand Rai said one point, which when you read, and then Mahaprabhu shut his mouth like this, like this. Okay, stop, stop. Don't speak beyond this. Why? Why? Because there's no one in this world to hear beyond this point or to understand beyond this point. So let it be to only till here. Then Shri Rai Ramanan Rai said, um, he saw one Sarup of Mahaprabhu, inside Mahaprabhu, one Sarup of Krishna. Then he saw Radharani also. Rai Raman Rai saw Radharani, and then he saw how that Radharani, um, they became one and they became a sannyasi. Radha and Krishna became one, and how this converted to a, they are both converted to a sannyasi, and this was not like inconceivable. He could not understand, and then he fainted. He became unconscious. Right now, the question is, I asked all of you, when you attain Krishna Prem, then again, do you still have to read Sindhu Bindu? So answer was given by all of you, yes. And yes, you must hear. Right now we are learning, we are not relishing. We are relishing a bit, little bit, to some extent, but right now we are here learning. We are at the learning stage, and later on we will be relishing it more. Okay. At the in the year 2025, I was at the stage of Nishta. Sorry, 2005. What was that level? Not 2025 is going on. So I must have come to the stage of Asakti now. But Nishta is what a level. Here, Chakravarti Thakurji is saying this shlok of Prem, Abhirbhav. For this, we need to give more details or need to hear more. We came to the stage of Prem, and Thakur says, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in short, is known as Chakravarti Thakur. Whenever you hear Chakravarti Thakur, this name, this means, this means, because you hear so many kathas, so many devotees do not take the whole entire name. So they will just say Chakravarti Thakur. That means it's about Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So the prem manifested in the heart of the sadhak, and after that, what happens? After this, it's required to clear more things. Uh, in the year 1994, when we were students and we used to go to Iskon temple, so one sannyasi was there, and he used to read books and he used to speak on them, and he would also speak on Bhagavatam. And while in between Bhagavatam, he would keep on saying, so Chakravarti Thakur said this, Chakravarti Thakur said this, Chakravarti Thakur said like this. I took my friend along with me to hear his Harikatha. And when the Katha ended, we sat in the car, and he said, Maharaj's friend said, when did this Maharaj here met Mithun Chakravarti? Mithun Chakravarti is an Indian actor. Chakravarti Thakur is our Acharya. So that Maharaj in ISKCON was just saying Chakravarti Thakur. So this person thought that Chakravarti is Mithun Chakravarti, and he is a Bollywood actor actually, Mithun Chakravarti. So when you hear Chakravarti Thakur, that means it's Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Don't think it's a movie star here. He is a spiritual star, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ji. This this happens with many devotees who are new when they come in the beginning to hear Harikatha. So when they hear these names, they get confused. Then we have to tell them, who is this Chakravarti Thakur? That's not Mithun Chakravarti, that's Vishwanath Chakravarti. Regarding the stage of Prem, there is more details which need to be given. Okay, you attained Prem means you heard about Prem. You have not attained it, but you are hearing about it. In this verse, first thing which is written is Ado Shraddha, Tatha Sadhu Sang. The verse, it starts from Ado Shraddha. This Adho means what? This word Adho. What is the meaning of Adho? In the main verse, this association is not easy to get. It takes millions of birds, sukrutis, to help us to come to the stage of sadhu sang. The verse starts from Ado Shraddha, Tatha Sadhu sang, Atha Bhajan Kriya. So directly it should be written Shraddha. First word Adho. Why is it Adho Shraddha? Why not just Shraddha? Because how this Shraddha created? How, I mean, how we got to that level of Shraddha? You sat under a tree and you got Shraddha like that? It doesn't work out like that. So you must have heard from someone. On Janmashtami, you took your friend, he saw such a nice Sankirtan, your friend, and he heard Katha from Siddhanti Maharaj. So after hearing Hari Katha, he got Shraddha in his heart. Now, this Shraddha which came immediately, this Shraddha is Komal Shraddha, soft, tender. It's called Komal in Hindi. Komal means soft, tender. From where it took birth, this Komal Shraddha, from where it came from Sadhu Sang. So on the day of Janmashtami in the hall, some new visitor came, new person came for the first time, or you brought someone with you. You were also sitting there, and there were more people, even people like who are doing sadhan from last 25 years, and even some sannyasi is there, and there's Janmashtami Harikatha is going on. Will all of you take from the same point of view, from same angle? Every person will understand as per their own level and relish it. Sannyasi will relish, from a very high level. Oh yes, it's very nice, very relishing. And our, as per our level, we can relish Harikatha. But that person who has come for the first time, he has no aswadan. He just likes it. He's not relishing it, he's liking it. He enjoyed it. Krishna Priya, you took me to Janmashtami program. I heard Harikatha and I really enjoyed it. I liked it. So on Radha Ashtami, I will be in Faridabad. Every year we celebrate Radha Ashtami at Faridabad. On a grand level, we will celebrate. Last time 1,500 people came. This year it's on Sunday. I don't know how many people will come. 2,000 people, maybe. So you brought your friend, and it's good to bring your friends. If you don't bring 5 friends along with you, then you do not talk to me. Each one of you should bring 5 relatives or 5 friends or 5 neighbors along with you. You, Saroj Mangla Mataji, you must also. Maharaj is taking her name. All of you, please hear. It, so you bring someone with you, and you brought someone, and that person really enjoyed. He really liked everything to hear the Harikatha on Radharani, and now Shraddha came in his heart. How this Shraddha came in his heart? Because of Sadhu Sang association. So your association is the sadhu sangh of yours and the sadhu sangh of that person who came for the first time. Is this both same? No, there is difference. That person who came for the first time, from where he got shraddha from from it has some past, previous births history, sukritya, millions and millions of, not just one birth, 1,000 birth also no, 10,000 birth no, many births, and their sukritis of from all those births, the reaction of that sukritis from all those millions of births will bring one person to Radhashtami festival, and he will enjoy that festival. So this was not accidental, this was not coincidence. He earned it. He has some spiritual credits. What has he earned? He has earned sukritis, spiritual sukritis. He earned it, and today it got him that he got it in the form of shraddha. Whatever sukritis that person earned, he got it today in the form of shraddha. So if you get your friends, relatives, if they don't change, if and they still remain nastic, means they don't believe in God, then don't hate that person. Even if they come and they don't do bhajan, do not hate that person. From there you can understand that right now his earning is very less, spiritual earning is very less. He has no spiritual credits. He has not earned spiritual credits yet. See, so you just can say that that person is very poor fellow, no spiritual credits. So then they might come and say some bad things. Oh, what kind of Maharaj is this? He has booked such a big banquet for Radha Ashtami, such opulent chandeliers, so much expenses. Instead, he should have fed poor people on the streets. Rather, why he spent so much money on Radha Ashtami and Bhandara, flowers, garlands, Abhishek with flowers to Radha Rani. It's just wastage of money. Maharaj is doing wrong. He could have served 500 people some food instead. Hearing such words, do not feel bad because it's not loss. He at least came, he or she, he whatever he saw, that person, he heard, honored prasad. He ate prasad. That person, he or she, ate prasad. So that sadhu sang which he got there, that won't go as a waste. What will happen? He will get sukritis. It will be like an add-on to his Sukriti account. One thing will be added on. And if it keeps on adding on, then if not in this birth, then he will get in next birth. But nothing will go waste. We eat prasad, but we waste prasad also in bhandaras. But Sukritis never go waste. We can waste prasad. We eat half plate and we throw the half plate away. But Sukritis never go waste. Shraddha never gets wasted. How much you try to convince that friend of yours, but if that person has no sukriti, he won't change, he or she won't change. So but do not feel sad. Someone's mother, brother, father, so many times I bring my father, mother, brother, but they get no shraddha. Nothing to worry. Maharaj is saying nothing to worry. That person is getting sukritis, spiritual credits. Prahlad Maharaj's name you all have heard. Right now, everywhere is Prahlad, Prahlad, Prahlad. Shri Narsimha Bhavan ki jai. Because the movie is going on. Even while sleeping, we think of Narsimha Dev. One devotee was sleeping and he just woke up like this. Oh, I saw Narsimha Dev in my dream. Where did you see? Okay, in the movie he saw. Thrice he saw the movie. Why did you see the movie three times? You should have just seen it once. It was so good. I had to see it three times, three, four times. Now in the mind, Narsim Dev is going on. So Prahlad Maharaj, he is a pure devotee. Prahlad Maharaj. I'll just take 2 more minutes. He. So this is our vision is different. Everyone has a. Many people will see the movie and they will say, "Oh, Prahlad was so much tortured by his father, but still he was not. He was not disturbed. He did not die, so he is a pure devotee." This is one angle to see how Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee. What is the second point? Second angle. Oh, Narasimha Dev kept his hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, and at last he embraced Prahlad Maharaj. That scene was so emotional, so heart touching. From this, Prahlad Maharaj glories enhances, increases. People say like this that we read Bhagavatam and we speak in Katha, and from there only we visualize. In the movie, we never saw. But when we in Shrimad Bhagavatam, whatever is written, that shlok, that tatpare, that commentary, though if we read with feelings, not just words, but with feelings when we speak, only in that moment, not animated, it's like a real movie. When we speak and read with feelings, it's more like a real movie. Then that time you get emotions and feelings. I'm not saying that we visualize, but we visualize with feelings. Narsimha Bhagwan came and embraced Prahlad Maharaj. Hey Prahlad, I'm sorry I was late. I got late. Narsim Devi speaking like this to Prahlad Maharaj. I got late to come. Hare Krishna. Okay, we will hear tomorrow. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, dear devotees.